And welcome back, YouTube, to what will be the sixth part, which will partially also be me expanding our petrochem, because we don't have enough petrochem throughput. It looks like right now it's a refining shortage, not a crude oil shortage. Which is good, because that's the easier one for us to fix. We can now solve the plastic problem, but we'll need more refineries. This will be overkill. Hopefully this will be overkill. If this is an overkill, we're going to have other problems. Again, as we get closer and closer to going to space, the more we're going to have to be going back and determining where other bottlenecks are and fixing those bottlenecks. And that's probably actually going to take up far more time in the next couple episodes than actually building new production lines. Because I should have the old production lines expanded enough that that shouldn't be the bottleneck source anymore. Well, making new production lines obviously will be the bottleneck source, because it will be sort of the same, well, won't be the bottleneck source because it will be fairly quick to build new production lines in comparison to expanding the old ones. Okay, so we got a refinery. One can go there. Other than the first one, these can be pretty close together. So I need to run the water through, but other than that, these can get pretty close together. Oh, we need more plumbing. Probably means I'm gonna need more pipe. Yeah. This is also one of the more energy-intensive processes the factory will end up having, so this will be one of the places that consumes most of our power. Well, that's not a good alignment. That's not a good alignment at all. How do I want to fix that? That's easy to fix, but annoying to fix at the same time. Okay. So I'm going to do something like that to get that alignment to work. Alright, those ones are plumbed in. And the crude oil's holding. This is going to accentuate the need earlier to make light oil and heavy oil consumption be bigger. Because this is going to make the buffers fill up faster. So that also asks the question, do we still have the same shortage down here? Yes, the red is still the shortage. And the red is still the shortage due to plastic. Okay. So I did fix the problem. I also haven't had the problem fixed long enough. It may be that I've only just... The fix is only just starting to get down there. Worst case scenario, I can just turn plastic production up once I am finished with what I'm doing. I think I plumbed that so it's working. Almost. Missed one. Okay, now that should be working. Shouldn't be any major holes in it. So light oil's filling up real fast. And heavy oil's not far behind. Though to be fair, the petrol's ahead of the heavy oil, so that's probably a good sign, initially speaking. Hopefully you're not hearing the emergency siren on the road going by. My mic's pretty bad, so it's a reasonable plausibility that one advantage of having a bad mic is you're not hearing much besides me. Hopefully. Anyways, there's our rocket fuel going. Made in assembly machine. Whoops. Got the wrong thing set up. And it's not the cheapy ones that I've been using for the entire factory, it's the expensive blue ones. Which are 50% better than the line I was using before. trying to figure out how I'm gonna make the belts work, or make the inserter work here. We're just gonna plumb the thing up the other way around. Okay. So I want you to be rocket fuel. I want the rocket fuel going the other end. That then means I can do a long-handled inserter. That will be fine to do the belt there. It's going to be tight, but fine. Okay. And that means that's where you go. And there. It plumbs in like that. Okay. Problem temporarily solved. Rocket fuel developed. I don't think I need uranium mining. We need lasers if I want laser turrets. Yeah, let's develop laser turrets next. So originally I was planning on making... Was I really thinking of 15 of those? Yeah. Which means I need even more now. Oh boy. Because these are 30% worse than the number I was using before. These only have counting speed of 0.75 instead of 0.1, or instead of 1. So if I want 15, I'm gonna need, well, I wanted 15 before. That now means I need like 23. I'm not sure if I have the space for 23. We'll find out. That's 22 plus the one that's already in there, so 23. In theory, that'd be what's produced from you. Then in 1 second, 1 out on a building that's crafting speed of 1. Versus rocket fuel, which is apparently glacially slow in comparison. Okay. Makes me almost want to say, go faster that way. With that. To be fair, heavy oil is the one we actually produce least of, so that makes sense. Light oil is the one we're going to back up on first, which is why we're building the rocket fuel production, because we'll need rocket fuel, and it's the best to consume out of light fuel. Are we still short on plastic, or should I put the excess chemical plants I have towards making plastic? Yeah, it's still plastic being the bottleneck. So upgrading it to 5 plastic a second will be overkill, but sometimes overkill is what you need to solve a problem temporarily. Oh, that doesn't help either. We have to put the inserters around the right way. Otherwise it doesn't work. And someone, if they actually watched the video from earlier, would have probably caught that and be going like, you got your inserters around the wrong way. So if you're watching and you did catch that, feel free to put that in the comments when you saw it. I can fit it if I do a slightly different arrangement of spacing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spacing out of every other one. That'll make it pack up a bit better. Of course, we've already committed to overdoing the plastic, so let's properly overdo it. Okay, we've got those undergrounds in, so we just need not undergrounds to activate them. Whoops. Those are supposed to be blue. I'm like, I've done something to make them take up less space, and how come they're still taking more space? The answer is because you're putting the wrong ones out. That would do it. That would do it. Given that we're not currently on a laser turret, I don't see any military production. What's wrong with the military? I was about to say, given that we're not using rocket fuel, that should be excessive overkill amounts of rocket fuel. But that's a balanced recipe. So that's actually going to make a whole rocket fuel a second, which is hopefully more than we need for quite a while. Yep, that would do it. I'm making sloppy mistakes. Making sloppy mistakes everywhere. Military science doesn't work without that long-handle inserter that I didn't put in. Now it should work. Okay, grab the pipe, because we need pipe to get our rocket fuel going at full tick. Oops. It needs that underground, otherwise it doesn't work. I am seeing problems. These are solvable problems, but I am seeing problems. If you get to the point in the video where you're seeing those problems with me, good job. For those of you who don't see the problems yet, when I get to fixing them, I'll tell you what the problem was, and you'll probably see how I fix them. Needless to say, the spaghetti is going to get more spaghetti. So nice, easy belt out for all the rocket fuel on the bottom. But for the top, you're going to notice the place where I have the long handle inserters is going to be on the same level as where these inserters are. Yeah, that's going to make it a little bit more complicated. Just a little more complicated. Could be worse. Could be better, but could be worse. So I can move you there. Move you there. No, it was probably the opposite of what I wanted. So I'm going to want to do that. Actually, that should work. It'll be tight, but it'll work. So the spaghetti is I'm having to underground, overground through existing inserters to get the get my rocket fuel out. Just a slight oops. One of those where if I had realized what type of assembly machine I was using ahead of time, I would have probably solved by moving the whole array down one row. Well, 2 rows. Moving the whole array down 2 rows. But with that, I should, in theory, have very excessive levels of rocket fuel production. I am now realizing I made a different math error. I was making presumption that 1 solid fuel became 1 rocket fuel, and it's actually 10 to 1. It's 10 to 1. Well, I'm going to tear the whole thing apart later. The thing works for the moment. The solution will either be move the rocket fuel or move the heavy fuel, or the solid fuel. Because they're not both going to fit in that hole. Where's that the problem I'm going to fix right now? You're running. Okay, we're making enough plastic. Plastic's not the bottleneck anymore. These are all running, okay. Military's going, blue's going. What should I queue up for mass production next? Probably electric furnaces. What do I need for electric furnaces? Productivity modules. And rails. Maybe getting a little ahead of ourselves with developing that, but we only want efficiency and speed. Okay, and probably from a construction standpoint, I've got stuff to wait for, actually. So maybe I should go back and fix that, now that I realized I've screwed my math up and need to fix bits. While we're waiting for various things to develop. That's going to help with that, but I also need gear wheels. We do the similar with the gear wheels. I want to need steel as well. It's not exactly going to be a complete duplicate like that, but it's not going to be how big this is going to be. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Alright, well, cleared the blueprint. So, obviously speaking, this is ratios off. And we're making one every. Oh, I suppose I can just shrink the whole thing. I maybe don't need it quite as big as I'm going. What is it? So we make enough solid fuel for this thing every 10 seconds, and it takes 15 seconds to process, so we need 2 for every 3. 2 for every 3. So I say pack you up. And pack you up. I'm doing the spaghetti a little. So that would be space for 3, so we'd go to 2. And we can pack you up. Oh, it's 2 to 3, so put one of those back down, I think. Let's just take the top row. We'll redo the math after a moment to think about it. Oops. Neither, otherwise that one's not gonna work. I want the plastic working. Just, you know, need to un-Frankenstein the over-engineered rocket production to contemplate fix for the fact that I'm under-engineered the solid fuel for that process. Okay, so it's 3-2. Do I have... Yeah, I got a bunch in the inventory, so that'll be fine. No, 2-3, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. 9 requires 6. I think so. And I could go ahead and shove the odd ones back in. You know, sure, putting the blue ones in if I'm shoving them in though. Because blue and up does liquid reagents. And in exchange, add 2 more to the top. Which, yes, is mass overkill, but... Oh, so, that should be balanced. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 on the top. 8 should support 12 on the bottom, and we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on the bottom. No. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, plus 2, 12. Yeah, okay. 8 to 12. Still probably have more rocket... Well, I have more rocket fuel than I need right now because I don't need any rocket fuel right now. But at least now the production line is balanced for when we do go into using it. It's not quite 1 rocket fuel a second. It's 12/15ths. About 4/5. So it's about 0.8 rocket fuel a second. I don't know how that compares to rockets per minute, but probably not super favorably, to be fair. Let's check to see how our stuff is balancing out. Okay, so light is still the highest produced. Or still the highest backed up. Possibly because we have a bunch of rocket fuel backed up, so the rocket fuel isn't actually serving its primary purpose as a sink for light fuel very well right now. And to be fair, the next thing is going to fill up is lubricant, which is going to cause the heavy to fill up. We're going to fill up on light first, by the looks of it. And we got a big backlog, so it's more... I think we need to work on other consumptions, or I worry too much about messing with petrochem more. I fixed the ratio. The ratio is not quite where I'd want it to be. I'd probably still want more rocket fuel, which means more solid fuel. We've got the space for more solid fuel, just don't have the space for more rocket. The military's fine. Green looks fine, which I'm surprised that green's fine. Why is green fine? Did I screw up the math on the green earlier? Oh, well, I did do the green high enough to support 2 of these. Only one of these is running. And maybe... yeah, green shouldn't be running that well, but it is. So... While I'm thinking about it, it's probably a good time to go chop out more forest to make space for more green production. Green circuits, green circuits. I'm going to be hating green circuits later, but for right now, they're not being a problem. And let's try to keep it that way. Contemplating how to make this, make the spaghetti. Because if I just wanted to continue, right to left... Oh wait, no problem not spaghetti under here, but this little nib sticking out here is a potential problem. Oh, yeah, it's a big potential problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. How am I gonna fix that? Question of the day, how do I fix that? Well, the easy solution temporarily is just flip the polarity of the junction. And then we can underground underneath it safely. Quick diagram of where everything goes. Should help me build this quickly. I'll just pre-assign various parts of the assembly to the correct assignments. Oops, gonna make sure I got those yellow ones the right way around. And then we feed the copper in. Ta-da! We've doubled the green belt, or doubled the green circuit output. And fixed the spaghetti enough that the spaghetti is not a problem. For now. Oh, I see what's in my future that's going to take all, and by all I mean all the green circuits. Productivity modules, efficiency modules, speed modules. Oh dear. Oh dear. I remember what eats all the modules, all the circuits. You know what I don't need in my inventory anymore? More wood. I don't need more wood. I got plenty of wood. If we run out of wood, it's time to upgrade the power poles to proper steel ones. So the temporary solution to not have to be butzing with these trees is we're gonna deal with trees the explosive way. Just because I know I'm gonna need it. The answer to am I gonna need more green circuits is yes. Yes, I will. Okay, and on the heels of doubling green circuit production, we've just gone ahead and doubled it again. I've not gone back to my tree chopping ways out of love for the forest, but I've gone back to it because we were getting a little... because I did that expansion, and now we're probably a little too close to the base to not have friendly fire bombs. Okay, cleared out more trees. And we'll make use of both sides of the belt. We got production science packs coming, which are going to be the first thing that heavily uses those newly increased green science production in the form of rails, furnaces, and productivity modules. I suppose the thing I can start building right now, I'm waiting for it, is rails. Much like all the other things that we build that has a use in the factory, we'll probably want to build two factories worth of them. Rails do build decently fast. Half a second for 2, so it makes 4. Oh, but we also need a lot for the science packs. Well, if I only want to make one science pack a second... Yeah, if I say I want to make one science pack a second, it's going to be half that, because I'm going to use normal assembly machines, but that math will track through anyway. Then that means I only need 10 rails a second, which means I need 2.5 factories worth of rails? Okay, that's a lot. So I actually need 4 of these, because I want one for myself, and apparently the other 3 for the science. Oh, I should go one more down. So I have space for spaghetti fixing. And this needs stone, steel, and iron sticks. Which actually arguably means I should go down an even another set of rows. Because I need space for the iron stick production. Okay. So, I need 1 iron stick every half a second. Iron sticks happen to be made 2 every half a second. So I need 2 assembly machines making iron sticks to meet the needs of my 4 rail factories. And everything else is coming off the belt, so everything else should be fine. Of course, I didn't leave enough space, so the whole thing's gotta go down 1 more row. Because if I could leave space for myself, that would be too nice to future me. Oh, then I'm gonna need a bunch of underground, which means I'm gonna need more belt. And more iron. There we go. So that's the iron. And then stone is the next rung out from that. No, stone is not the next rung out from that. Stone is embedded in the middle of the brick and iron row. Now, but first, we need to decide what tech we're doing. If I was going the whole hog into accumulators, we'd probably want energy distribution 3, or energy distribution 2, which we can skip for the moment because we're not doing that. Low density we will want for shooting our rockets, because it's a component in the rocket. And apparently also a component in the utility science, which is where those come in. And we'll need electric engines and robotics. You know what, that's probably enough of a queue for the moment. We'll let our labs chew on that. If you have a great memory, you'll remember this is the line for the stone. Because you need stone for the track bed and your rails. Because as much as it might look like it's got wooden ties, there is no wood. It is only stone and steel and iron bars in rails. In this game, at least. And with that, you should have rails being produced, which is 1/3 of the 3 things that go into the production science. The next one I should do is electric furnaces. Oh, electric furnaces. That means I need more advanced circuits. I need to make 1 advanced circuit a second, feed that, which requires 6 things making advanced circuits. Everything else we got on the bus. Yeah, so it's 6 to 5. I think I can make that work. Obviously, to make that work, I will need more assembling machines. And I suppose with that, I'll make these good old iron ones, steel ones. The old steel furnace is obsolete. Haven't even gotten around to fully deploying them yet, but they'll be obsolete before they get fully deployed. Okay, so we're running 2 to 9 up there. Is 2 to 9 the correct ratio, or was it overproducing copper to meet requirements? 9 is 6. You make 4. No, this is overdoing it to meet requirements. Okay. Which means in this case, this won't be overkill because I'm going to need the whole production. So we're going to do pretty much like we did above. We get copper coming in to meet that requirement. We're going to have 12 of these below. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These won't be quite direct insertion. And these will make 1 every 6, so there's 12 of them, so they'll make 2 a second if the assembly machine is speed 1. I'm going to have them making electric furnaces, which will consume 5 every 5 seconds. So 5 factories technically consume 6 output of those to make 1 electric furnace a second on average. Technically, it's 5 every 5, but 5 divided by 5, so that's 1 to 1 to 1 a second. Yeah, 1, wait. Am I doing the math right? Maybe I'm not doing the math right. Let me double check. Let me recount. So that's going to make 2. 2 a second. Because we got 12 of them. Well, technically the crummy little assembly machines I'm using right now only make half speed, so it's going to make 1 a second. If I want to make 1 a second of these, I need... Do I need 5 times more? I'm thinking. So 1 of these a second. It's going to consume 5 of those a second. Yeah, I'm going to need a whole lot more. But do I need 5 of these a second? Let me chill the rush here. I need a third of these a second. Plus some for myself. So if I need a third of these a second, 2/5. Is 2/5 bigger than a third? Be 40%, which is bigger than 33%. Okay. So that is actually more what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Yeah. So that's 2, so it's going to be 2/5, which, yeah, 2/5 is bigger than a third. It's 40% bigger than 33%. And I can nibble off the extra if I need it for actually building with. Okay. Okay, so that will work. It's going to be massive. No, I need you to be that one. Massive, in which case if it's 2/5, all that's going to support 2 of these. That's what I'm thinking. All that's going to support 2 of them. Yeah, because you make 2, and you consume. Okay, yeah, so I'm only going to support 2 of them. We're going up there, so I'm going to similar up to there. Which means I need more belt. Okay, I hate to go ahead and put an episode cut in the middle of building something, but we'll come back at the beginning of next episode to finish the building of the electric furnace setup and do the building of the productivity module in the next part. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you are enjoying it, and there'll be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching this on Twitch, please hang around. I'm gonna still record the next part. I'm just gonna take a quick break between parts. I'm gonna quickly put it in a save here, just so that we don't have to backtrack if the game crashes or anything. Okay, until then, I hope you all enjoyed. Catch you all in a bit.